You wake up early, step into your yard, and the plants look perfect. Step closer. The lettuce is shredded. The strawberries are half-eaten. The culprits don't crash into your garden like a storm. Slugs and snails slide in quietly. If left unchecked, these slow-moving mollusks can strip weeks of hard work down to the stems while you sleep. It is tempting to declare war. The immediate human reflex is to grab a jug of toxic chemicals from the hardware store and try to scorch the earth to get rid of every last one of them. But blanketing your soil in poison works against the very food you are trying to grow. Wiping out an entire species in an outdoor environment is an impossible goal. Success relies on a multi-layered natural defense system that stops these pests before they reach the leaves by anticipating their behavior. To start, you have to look at your yard from their perspective. Slugs have soft bodies that dry out rapidly, meaning they rely entirely on moisture, darkness, and shelter to survive the daylight hours. This cross-section shows watering at dusk. Water traps beneath fallen leaves, creating a damp microclimate where slugs multiply. Clear those hiding spots and shift watering to early morning. The sun dries out the topsoil, evaporating trapped moisture before nightfall. By simply removing their comfort zones, you force them to seek shelter elsewhere. Their activity drops because the environment no longer supports them. Slugs follow established scent trails to find their favorite meals. Because of this, removing their shelter is only the first step. You need to back it up by drawing a line in the dirt. Their soft, mucus-covered bodies are highly sensitive to rough textures. Materials like crushed eggshells, coarse sand, wood ash, or diatomaceous earth are incredibly abrasive to them. Laying a thick ring of these dry materials around the base of your plants creates a harsh perimeter. When they try to slide across it, the physical discomfort forces them to turn back. If you need a perimeter that withstands rain and watering, copper tape offers a fascinating scientific alternative. This diagram shows the reaction at the surface level. When the slime covering a slug's body makes contact with copper, it triggers a localized chemical reaction. It generates a mild electric shock, stopping them in their tracks. This second layer of defense uses their own anatomy against them, keeping your crops secure without a single drop of pesticide. Even with a dry environment and strict perimeters, a few stragglers will inevitably find a way through. For those, you need a third method to actively reduce their numbers. Slugs are highly attracted to the smell of fermentation. By sinking a shallow container of beer into the soil, you provide a scent more appealing than your garden greens. They crawl in overnight and are unable to escape. Use these traps to thin out immediate population spikes while the long-term environmental changes take hold. Your final, most reliable layer of defense is the local wildlife. Frogs, ground beetles, birds, and even certain types of ducks actively hunt these pests for food. By making your yard welcoming to these predators, like planting native shrubs or maintaining a small water feature, you shift the daily job of pest control over to the natural food chain. This graph visualizes the timeline of these overlapping strategies. The holes in your leaves won't vanish by tomorrow morning, but by combining these 4 layers, the pest population steadily declines while your plant health stabilizes. You step away from the idea that every single insect or mollusk is an enemy that needs to be chased off your property. Instead, they become a natural part of a larger, living ecosystem. You manage their numbers rather than obsessing over total eradication. Fighting a constant war against the dirt is exhausting. A garden that supports predators, manages its own moisture, and deters pests naturally does the heavy lifting for you. True control comes from working alongside nature. Once that balance is set, spotting a single slime trail on the patio doesn't ruin your morning. You have total peace of mind knowing the system is already handling it.